Hi everyone, I'm Deborah Christie from Berry Spiritual, and this is Mystical Insight number 3. Today I was guided by Spirit to go back and talk to you about an incident that happened way back when I was about in grade 1. I had a nun for a teacher way back then, and the crazy thing was that sometimes this lesson that I remembered shows us very clearly that sometimes the people that annoy us or bother us the most, do crazy things to us to annoy us, they often become our greatest teachers. So I was back in grade 1, and I think it was right before lunch, and the teacher had us all lining up just before we were to go into the cloakroom and get our, I think it was winter, get our coat and boots and everything out. And we were supposed to be quiet there, and there was a little boy beside me, and he, being a boy, didn't like being still very much, had a lot of energy, and he just kind of quickly turned around and all in one motion gave me a quick jab in the stomach with his fist, and it knocked the wind out of me. I remember I could hardly catch my breath, I could hardly speak, but I got tears in my eyes, and I tried to get my teacher's attention, and I tried to tell her that, I was hurt, but she just kind of, after I was able to explain, she just kind of said, well, and what did you do? And what did you do to him? And I thought, geez, I didn't really do anything. But yet again, when she said that, I realized probably I looked around and nobody else had seen what had happened. It was just very quick and nobody had seen it. And I felt so incredibly alone. I thought, wow, nobody knows but me. I became really upset because I thought, well, how can I get anyone to understand? And I heard a voice in my ear, very loud and clear. And it said to me, but God knows. And when I got that message, I heard those words, and I felt this peace come over me, and I thought, yeah, God knows. I'm never really alone. There's always God. God knows I'm telling the truth. And even though I was accused of lying and I couldn't find anybody to verify what I said, I was at peace because I realized that God knew, and that's all that mattered. And because she was a nun, before I left to go home, I thought, well, maybe she'd want to know this. And I told her I heard a voice, and I told her what happened. I said, I heard a voice. And when I couldn't tell you what he did, and nobody knew, I heard the voice say that God knew. And she just kind of looked at me like, well, so now you're hearing voices? She said, just go home. And she was very curt with me. But it didn't take away the feeling that I had, the blessing that I was given. And the lesson that still remains with me today is that those people that sometimes try to hurt you actually teach you the biggest lesson. They have valuable lessons to teach you when you look back at them. So I was very fortunate. And to know that you're always connected, even when you feel at your most vulnerable, you're most alone, you never really are. There is always that connection to Source and unity consciousness. We are all one. And down here we feel small, but we're really connected. We're like spokes on that wheel that go back, all lead back to the central source, and we all have that connection. We can tap into it whenever we need to. And I hope that this has been comforting for you. Thank you.